During the course of this experience today, we are going to connect with Jim. We are going to open ourselves up to his wisdom and connect with the highest vibrational version of his energy. So I don't generally know a lot about these creators. I try not to like look up their information and things like that, and just allow what wants to come through. But I do make a point to try to connect with creators who I feel this heart connection with. And I definitely feel this heart connection with Jim. And in fact, one of the primary messages that has already been coming through just in preparing for this channeling is heart, 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 heart. And I switched out my candles. I felt called to switch out my candles to green candles. I had red candles lit, and I was told to switch out the candles to green candles. And I was listening to crown chakra music, and I was instructed to switch it to heart chakra music. And I'm making all these adjustments and changes, and I'm like, okay, there's so much energy coming through heart. And then I received our first message, and I'm sure that I've heard this song in the past, but I don't know the words to it, and it came into my awareness as important for us to share. And it's a song Kermit the Frog sings about being green, and I had to Google it. But I was instructed to share this song with us today, and I think we're gonna do that before we really dive in. This song is called Being Green by Kermit the Frog, and it was originally performed by Jim Henson. Originally sung this song, and it was, I'll just read this. It says the song first aired on Sesame Street, Season 1, Episode 87. Speaking of Sesame Street, before I get into this, another amazing confirmation, and I've got so many confirmations that Jim's been wanting to come through from that experience years ago at that museum to more recent mentions of his characters in random TV shows and encountering them on social media and in other places. But last weekend, I was in North Carolina for a wrestling show with my husband. And I kid you not, our seats, the entrance to our seats, you know, you go to arenas and they sometimes have advertisements for the other shows they do at the arena. And the entrance to our seats, right next to it, was this giant sign for Sesame Street Live. And that was it. That was it for me. I was like, yes, Jim is here. He's waiting in the wings. He's ready to come in. There's Sesame Street right there. So we were guided prior to this session to read the lyrics to the song Being Green. So here we go. It says, greetings, Kermit the Frog here, and today I'd like to tell you a little bit about the color green. Do you know what's green? Well, I am, for one thing. You see, frogs are green, and I'm a frog, and that means I'm green, you see? It's not easy being green, having to spend each day the color of the leaves, which I think it could be nicer, being red or yellow or gold, or something much more colorful like that. It's not easy being green. It seems you blend in with so many other ordinary things, and people tend to pass you over because you're not standing out like flashy sparkles in the water or stars in the sky. But green's the color of spring, and green can be cool and friendly like, and green can be big like an ocean, or important like a mountain, or tall like a tree. When green is all there is to be, it could make you wonder why. But why wonder? Why wonder? I'm green and it'll do fine. It's beautiful, and I think it's what I want to be. So thank you, Jim. Thank you for being green. And I feel very strongly that when he talks about being green, he's talking about the heart. He's talking about being a lover, being a heart-led person and soul on this planet, and that it's not easy being green. It's not easy being a heart-led person in this world, but that it is what we'd like to be. So thank you, Jim. So I'm going to get a little more centered here and call in my guides and call in reinforcements to help me channel this energy and step to the side and let Jim do his thing. I thank you so much for being here. I tend to keep my eyes closed during these channelings just so I can focus on reading the energies. So bear with me, and we will open up to questions at the end if any of you viewing have them. Otherwise, we'll just let Jim speak until the energy gets quiet, and then I will feel that it is time to end the connection. So thank you again for being here. If you have headphones on, you might want to turn the volume down a bit. I'm going to use my tuning forks tuned to heart chakra frequencies to 528 and 285. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for allowing this connection today. Thank you for allowing this connection today. I call upon my guides, my higher self, and all the beings of the highest vibrations of love and light allowed to assist me on my ascension journey. Thank you for guiding me today. Thank you. Clearing the way, clearing the space, clearing the energy, stepping to the side, and allowing the highest vibrational awareness of the spirit known on this planet as Jim Henson to come forward, come forward, come forward, Jim. We love you. We're here. We're here to listen. We're here to grow. We're here to learn. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. May the messages be of the highest and greatest good for the Awakened Creators community, present and future. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm feeling very, very, very encouraged to open my throat chakra. And this definitely feels like a message to speak, to sing, 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 to sing. Oh, to sing, to sing, to sing, to sing, to sing. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much. 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 Thank you, 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 thank you. I am so grateful and thankful to be here. Thank you, 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 thank you. Okay. So Jim wants to speak directly through me. I am I am trying my best to step to the side and allow that to happen. I have some resistance to it. So give me just one moment, please. Thank you. That's better. That's better. That's better. That's better. Thank you. 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 Yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here to share with you all today. I am so grateful to get a chance to speak through this vessel and to share my love and my heart again with you all. I am just delighted and so overjoyed to have this opportunity to share and talk. I mean, I just am so grateful. I am so grateful and I am so thankful to encourage and allow all of my lessons and things that I learned when I was there embodied on the planet to share them with you. And I want to first of all say that I really think it's amazing how many of you are standing in your power and really allowing yourself to be a guide on this planet and to guide through your artwork and through the things that make you happy. I just think that's so amazing. You know, I remember when I was starting out and when I was finding my way and finding my voice, and I was a little worried that people wouldn't take me seriously and that they would think what I wanted to do was really strange and odd and childlike, right? working with puppets and working with children's and telling children's stories and connecting with kids on camera, it can be really hard for people to take you seriously when you want to do something like that. And I am just so grateful and thankful that I stuck to my guns and I really found a path for myself. And it came through realizing that I had to really be the one to stand up for myself. And then no one else was going to give me permission to do what I wanted to do with my life except me. And I had to really say yes to Jim and yes to what Jim wanted and what little Jimmy wanted. And little Jimmy wanted to have puppets and to play and to entertain and to bring joy into people's lives. And it was about creating a environment in which people could really just be themselves, be their childlike selves again, and not feel judged and not feel needing to on the spot be something that they weren't, but really to allow themselves to just be a kid again and to feel what it feels like to wonder at the world, to look at the world with wonder in your eyes, and to find pleasure in the simple things of life. And I felt like if I could just bring that in, if I could harness that power and I could channel it through these creatures, these creations that would come to me in my visions and inspiration. And if I could just do that, if I could do that and I could bring that to as many people as possible, I will have done my job and I will have fulfilled my purpose and I will have inspired a new generation of creators to follow their arts and their dreams, no matter how ridiculous it seemed to people on the surface. It was about doing what you wanted to do in your heart. I want to say something else now. I want to say that what you have in your heart to do is so important. And it's so important because you really have an opportunity to share something direct from spirit to humanity. And it doesn't have to be this great grandiose purpose, right? It doesn't have to be this deep philosophical thing. It gets to just be what you feel in your heart to bring, and each of us has this ability to tap into certain people and to bring a connection that will touch certain people. Not everybody resonates with what I brought while I was there. Not everybody connected with Jim Henson and what he created while I was there. But the people who did, they really did. They felt me. They felt my energy. They felt my heart. They felt what I was trying to do, and they felt it real clear because I was clear, because I was clear to bring my vision exactly how I saw it in my mind and to bring it out and to not be afraid to be goofy and to be funny and to be silly and to make people laugh and to make them see the world differently as this playful place that they could interact with. And that's what I want to share with you all today too, is that you get to interact with your art. I love puppets because it was something I got to touch. I got to do it. I got to be the characters. I got to connect with my art in a way that was really tactile and to be with it, right? I wasn't just like creating things to show. I was being with it. I was living it. I was literally being the characters and then connecting with people in this way that was so real. It was so real. It was so embodied that it just felt amazing. It felt amazing. And I want to encourage you all, no matter what you like to create and how you want to create, to just go for it and to really be with it. To be with it in a way that feels like you're touching it. You're really with it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like you're in it all the way, all the way. And you can do that so well through acting. I love acting because you get to really be the character, but you can translate that into any medium, because it's really what it's about, is being there with whatever you're doing and feeling it and embodying it at a deep level. And so I want to give you that message to be with your art and to be in it as much as you can. Okay? I took that literally. You can take it on a metaphorical way and be with your art, be in your art more. All right? That's what I want to share there. I also want to say that your creativity, to encourage you to be social about it. I love connecting with the other puppeteers and the other creators, and having that mindset where you have an idea, right? And it's good, but it's not great, like you really haven't brought it forward. And what happens when you connect with other people who are creative minds like yours, and are here to create from the heart, and you connect and you put yourselves together, the 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 clarity you can find when you mesh your minds and your hearts together is just, it blows your original idea completely out of the water, and it adds such vibrancy to what you're doing, that you find that your original idea was really just meant to be a seed. Okay. And sometimes you're the leader, and sometimes you're the team, and sometimes you're the follower. And just to really open yourself up to collaboration and connection on that level, where you are okay being all different things, right? Sometimes you're steering the ship, other times other people, and you're kind of, helping, not control, but like, you're helping direct, and you're helping kind of bring all the pieces together, right? And then in other times, you are pushing forward someone else's idea, and helping their vision come to life. And it gets to just be, so much fun. So much fun what you can manifest together and create together when you work with other creative minds. I really want to leave you with that idea to start uh merging with other people, okay? And to start allowing your ideas to mesh with other people's ideas and expertise, and not be territorial about it. Okay, this is happening when we come from the heart. When we create from the heart, there's no I own this. Okay, this is my idea, and I have to be the one to have the idea. Okay, when it comes from the heart, and it's just fun, and it's just, I have this idea, and you have this idea, and what can we do together? How can we blend these ideas together and create something totally new, totally different? No one's ever seen this before. No one's ever done this before. And to bring forward that kind of creative expression is, wow. You have the power to truly, 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 really like make some magic, man. Make some magic, and to bring forward something that's never been seen before. Never been seen before. Ah, I just think that's the best. That's the best. It's like mind melding. It really is this mind meld that you get to have with other creators, and it's magic. It truly is magic. It's like telepathy. It's like brain melding. Like some of the characters I have, the Gelfling, they mind meld. It's like that, and you get to do that with the other. You get to do that with other creators. Ah, just the best. Just the best. Just the best. Yeah. Doing my best to ask a question. I think for me, the hardest thing, one of the hardest things as a creator is getting your vision to come through clearly. Okay? Let's talk about that for a moment. How hard it is to sometimes you see it so clear in your mind, right? You got it all. You're like, it's in 3D, it's in my brain, and I know exactly what it's going to look like, how it's going to feel, and all these things. And then you hit a wall with reality, right? And you're like, damn, I don't have the materials, I don't have this, I don't know how to make this mechanism work, or there's a difficulty there with actually making it happen and bringing it to fruition. And I just want to remind those of you who struggle with that, and that you feel like you're not sure how to actually bring forward what you have in your head and make it real, is to allow, first of all, okay, so there's a couple things here. Allow your limitations to be what drives you forward, right? So the fact that you don't have what you need, what you think you need, right? So you don't have what you think you need. That's just your first idea, okay? That's just your first idea. It's probably not even your best idea, all right? The things that you're going to come up with to solve the solution are even more creative than your first idea, right? The first idea is based on everything coming to you easy. Yeah? Everything coming to you easy, where you have the materials, you have everything you need, and it comes out perfect. Your second idea, when you realize that first idea is, you can't do it. It's not going to happen. The second idea is going to be better because the second idea is more genius. It's more creative. It's more resourceful. It's more bringing things together that you wouldn't have originally thought. Okay. And that's when the magic really starts to happen. Your third idea is probably going to be your best idea, because at this point, you probably brought in some other people and you're like, man, I'm almost there, but I don't quite know how to make it work. And those other people, like I said, it's going to bring in their ideas, and that's really going to elevate it even further. So when you hit that wall, when you're not sure your vision's going to come to fruition, know that that's when the magic really starts to happen. Okay, it has nothing to do with the idea being bad. That's the thing you got to remember. It doesn't mean the idea is bad. It doesn't mean the idea is bad. It means you only have version 1. Okay, and the evolution of your creation, your art, is going to be through the limitations that you have, the resourcefulness that you create through those limitations, and then the brainstorming with other people how to bring that idea to fruition more clearly. And in those steps, it comes to life even greater than your original vision. And that's how you get your idea to match. And even I would say it ends up being better than what you thought. And not always, but most of the time it does. Most of the time it does end up being better than you thought. And it works out. And at minimum, the audience doesn't care. The audience, they don't care. They don't see any different. They didn't know your original idea, so they can't tell you, oh well, this one wasn't as good as what you promised, because they don't even know what your first one was. That's why I think too, I'll say this, keep some of your creative ideas secret. Keep them a secret. Don't share them with anybody. Keep a notebook to yourself, your ideas, keep them to yourself. And don't share them, because what happens when you start sharing your ideas too early, prematurely, they get squashed. Not by other people, which, I mean, it could happen that they say something, but it's by yourself. You squash it because of their reaction, right? So you share it and you think, ah, man, I got the best idea. I'm going to share this with this person. They're going to love it. And they all go, and then you're like, oh, well, I didn't know it was going to be that bad. And then you squash it. And that's, you just probably don't have those other pieces yet. So keep some of your ideas secret. Keep them to yourself, right? Close to the chest. You know why they say that? Close to the chest, the heart. Keep them to the heart until it feels safe. When it feels safe, when you feel like, yeah, I love this idea and I'm willing to see it through, that's when you know you're ready to share it with someone else, because it's not in danger of getting squashed, because you love it. You love it that much that you're willing to see it through, okay? But if you feel vulnerable and you feel like, I don't know if this is a great idea or not, maybe I need so-and-so to tell me to confirm, it's too vulnerable. That's your sign. You're asking yourself for another person's opinion on your heart. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. So it ain't gonna work. Just keep it to yourself, okay? And when you know your ideas are ready to share is when you feel good enough about it that you're willing to see it through. You know, maybe there's some problems, but like, I love this idea enough that I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I don't know how I'll figure it out, but I'll figure it out. And that's when you'll see it through. So the other thing is, you got to know when to quit. You got to know when to quit. I've had a lot of ideas that didn't go anywhere, and it doesn't make a waste, okay? It doesn't make a waste. It's all part of your expression and your journey as an artist. You got to do some things that aren't going to work in order to get to where it does work. And it's not even the same project, okay? You got to be, you got to, one moment. All right, you got to be willing to walk away and know that that project was a stepping stone to the next one. So here's what happens sometimes. You'll be working on a piece and you think you know how it's going to go and it's going to be great and all that thing, and it just flops, right? It just fails. It doesn't go according to plan. You realize plan is not going to work, okay? Ideas, not resonating with people. You just got to start over. And what happens is after that, okay, it might be weeks down the road, it might be months down the road, some time frame passes, and you got another idea. Totally unrelated. You got another idea. But what happens is with that idea, the one that you had before that failed gives you the answer you need to this one. Because you can go, oh, yeah, we tried that last time, it didn't work, but maybe this. Or, oh, yeah, that's why that project wasn't successful, and this one will be. So there's an opportunity here for retrospect and looking back at what you did before in helping you grow this project now. So it's all adding up. It all is adding up. And here's the kicker. If you had fun doing it, it all was fun, right? Like, it doesn't matter if it's a success or not, right? It all ends up being fun. It's a part of the process. It's a journey. It's an exploration. It's an experimentation. You're doing all of these things and you're trying all this stuff, and some of it works and some of it doesn't, and some of it you collab and some of it you do by yourself and some of it you do in secret and some of it, and it all just gets to be fun. It all just gets to be fun. So please, 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 if you do nothing else, have fun. Have fun. I mean, if you're not having fun and you're not enjoying it, what are you doing? What are you doing? I don't know. It seems like a waste to me. Each their own. But I feel I want to encourage you to have fun. Have a good time, play around, goof off, let it be. Get in it, right? Yeah, get in it. Experience all of it and let it be fun. Let it be fun. Please let it be fun. Let it be fun. Let it be fun. Let it be fun. I love what I did while I was there. I loved it. I want to leave you with this. Love it. Love it. And I'm not just talking about enjoying yourself and having fun, like I said. I want you to fall in love with what you're doing. Imagine, like, you meet somebody, okay? Ah, man, they're just so handsome, beautiful, whatever, right? You're feeling all these feelings for them. Oh, you think about them all the time. You want to see them. You want to spend time together. You want to go places and explore things. Try new stuff together. Make memories. That's your art. That's your art. That's you and your art. That's the relationship you should have with your art. Oh, when you think about it, you just want to spend time with it. Go places, explore. Try new things together. You and your art. Make a date. Here's an idea. Make a play date with your art. Wouldn't that be something? Make a play date with your art. Have a time you set aside, not to work on anything special, right? Just fun. Just fun. Just say, I'm gonna, whatever you do, take your camera and go out, and I'm going to take pictures, and I'm just going to have fun. I'm going to save these materials, and I'm just going to play. One day I'm just going to go and I'm just going to put things together. I'm going to see what happens. I'll make a date of it. Play some music, make a picnic, take yourself out, have a good time, right? Do all the things and enjoy being with your art, being with this expression of your love. I mean, it's you in this thing expressing and reflecting. I mean, don't you want to have fun with that? I think it's a gas. Yeah, it's a gas. Go have fun. Have fun and date your art. Date your art. Go play with it. Fall in love with it. Be with it. You know, just talk sweet to it. Have a great time. Have a great time with it. Let it be all serious. You know, there's moments it gets to be serious, like when you're trying to solve a problem creatively, and you're like, I don't know how this is going to work. And again, that's when you bring in other people. Trust me on this. Bring in other minds. Don't try to solve it by yourself. Bring them in. Hey, what do you think about this idea I was saying? People have expertise. They have a vision that's different from yours. And in connecting with them, their vision comes into your vision and it merges and it just creates magic. I'm telling you. So fall in love with your art. Don't forget to ask people for help. You can't do it all on your own. And you're not meant to. You're not meant to. Can't you see that? You're not meant to do art alone. I know they show all the people. They show the artists lonely in their studio. All these things. No. It's connection. It's connection. Art is always connection. At minimum, it's you connecting with you and in creating this thing. And that's too why I love puppets, because they look right back at you. And you have this thing just staring right back at you that you made, and it's looking back at you. And it's like it's alive. It's like making a baby, and then the baby looks back at you, and you're like, wow, I made this thing, you know? And you're doing that with your art. You're doing that with whatever you're creating. You're creating this thing that didn't exist before you. And isn't that magnificent? Isn't that wonderful? And you don't do it alone. There are so many people involved you don't even realize, even if you do create alone mostly. I mean, there's people influencing you didn't even think about, whose art you saw weeks ago, and now you're doing the thing, and it's all part of you because you're part of everything. And it's all you too. I mean, it's just it's just a gas, man. It's so cool. Amazing. Okay. I'm going to open up to questions. If anyone has a question you want to put in the chat, please do so now if you haven't already. Okay, let's see if we have any questions. Any questions for Jim? Any questions for Jim? No questions at this time. Okay. All right, Jim. Any lasting words you have for the Awakened Creators community, present and future? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Last thing I'll say is this, and I want you to listen with an open heart. We don't come down here to prove anything. We don't have an agenda beyond love. You realize this once you cross over. That there was no agenda, that there was no plan, that there was no great purpose beyond love. And loving your life, loving other people, loving what you're doing, loving yourself, loving the journey. That's all there is. And so, if you can wrap your mind around that, really try to, because you're going to free yourself when you do. You're going to free yourself to be yourself, to do what you want to do, to love what you want to love yourself unconditionally, to express yourself unconditionally, and just be. Because it's all for love. It's all for love. It's all for love. That's it. That's it. That's the great agenda. That's the great plan. That's what you figure out. None of it mattered except love. What you did for love. And how you expressed love. And how you be love. And how you lived love. And how you loved the things in your life. And the greatest part about it is that part stays. The love stays and it continues on. That's all I'm talking to you now. It's through love. So thank you for being here and loving yourself and loving what you're doing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, creators. Thank you for being here. Thank you for connecting with me, for connecting with Jim. My sincerest hope in bringing these creators to you is that we have the opportunity to connect and that we can really feel into a wisdom beyond our understanding. And I am so grateful to have creators like Jim come through and share. I'm always a little hesitant when it's a direct channel because it requires a lot of relinquishing control, and it is very difficult, as you might imagine, to allow for the ego and the mind to allow the total relinquishing of control over body and voice and movement and all of that. And it can be very, I was very resistant to it at first, to be honest. I was like, can you just stand over there and I'll just like take notes and express what you're saying? Like, you know, that's how David Bowie came through. But Jim was pretty adamant. He wanted to speak through me. And it's funny because Bob was like that too, as was Frida. So everyone's different. Everyone's different, and I never know what I'm going to get. So I just do my best to center myself. I know how to get attuned and then just let it come through in whatever way it would like to come through. And in this case, direct channel. So that's what you got. I am so grateful. I need to go back and rewatch because I don't always consciously pick up on what's happening because I'm just like allowing my body to be used basically. So I'm not cognitively processing what's coming out of my mouth, if that makes sense. So I have to go back and rewatch as a viewer and see it come through. But that was really fun. And in fact, I know I can't play it because of copyright reasons, but I really want to listen to this Being Green song. And I didn't honestly know that Jim Henson voiced Kermit, at least originally sang that song himself. So I'm very excited to go listen to it. Go listen to Being Green by Kermit the Frog. Try to find the original version so you can hear Jim's voice singing to you through his characters. What a beautiful energy. What a beautiful energy. I mean, that's just amazing. So, okay, Green, be green. Thank you again so much for being here. Thank you for connecting with me, for connecting with Jim. And I look forward to doing this again next month. I'm not sure exactly yet who's going to come through. Again, I always kind of get an idea, get a hint, and then I start getting confirmations in my external environment that yes, that is the creator, that is who wants to come through. So I have an idea of who might be next month in April, but I'm going to wait for more confirmations before I solidify it and share it with all of you. Okay, well, I love you very, very much. And until next time, keep creating. Thank you so much for being devoted to your art, to your heart, to you. Namaste.